Beginning ODO podcast in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay. Welcome to the Odd Dad Out podcast, where, especially this week, dear God, normal is not my specialty. To say that this is like a really weird occasion. Tonight's going to be fun.
You're a weird occasion.
Your face is a weird occasion.
And for those of you listening, not only am I joined by my wife this week.
That's me.
That's you.
That's her.
I am also joined by my sister.
Hi, I'm the sister.
And
I'm a sister.
you're a sister. And for the sake of officially, who are you as far as the internet is concerned? Because, sometimes if you use the wrong name, I might get punched. So.
As far as the internet, okay, it depends on which internet you're on.
There are more than one.
There are many internets.
There are many internets.
All the internet.
All
Yeah.
the interwebs.
On the black net, you're Shaniqua Jones.
No,
Oh my god.
I'm not on the black net, but we're not going to talk about what my name is on the deep web. So,
Oh yeah, that one.
yeah, there's, my identity is kept secret there. No,
Something about a tickler. I don't know.
French.
No, not even French. The French are pussies.
Jeez.
This is already going so horribly wrong. As far as the internet is concerned, I'm either MG, the oldest of the Higgins spawn, so 2 steps ahead of Adam. Or if you're familiar with roller derby at all, I'm Raevyn Lunatic with the Arizona Derby Dames. So yeah, that's how the internet knows me.
That's how the internet will know you today.
Mm-hmm.
And her husband, the Juan Valdez of the group. Let's take the whitest fucking person in the room. No,
Yeah.
sorry. No, Rihanna's the whitest person. In the room.
No, he's the whitest
I've
person.
got a bit of a tan.
He's
You
red.
have a burn because you're Irish.
So
You're burned. You have a burn. She's clear. She's like Larry Bird clear.
Yeah.
Aw.
So you're glowing blue at the beach.
Yeah, but you know what? I bet you her nickname was not Powder growing up.
Yeah, they did call me Powder when I was a
Aw,
kid.
that's what they call my little brother.
Okay, you guys win then. You're tied. You're tied for first whiteness. Okay.
She still yells at. She looked at me and like, "How is it you're so much darker? I'm fucking half Mexican. I'm half Mexican. No, what? Yes, I'm darker than you. I'm fundamentally going to be darker than you. But again, for the sake of because you guys do technically have multiple names and multiple personas and
Multiple personalities, what?
Yeah. Right?
shut up. No. Wait, sorry. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. How you doing?
Sybil. Husband, introduce yourself.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Derek, also known as D, also known as Reverend Knuckleface, also known as Mr. Bald Guy Sir,
Or
also
just bald man.
or Bald Man, sometimes known as Dad, other times known as Stepdad. So,
Master of the 12th realm of Theseus.
I've got a few. I seem to collect nicknames.
Rev Knuckleface.
Rev Knuckleface is my derby persona. I always thought that would be fun. The play on the knucklehead. Hey, knucklehead for refs. Knuckleface. Yeah.
I didn't realize how Usador his name was going to turn into.
I think we're the only ones that listen to that.
Still.
Okay.
Damn it, I follow Usador on Twitter. Get over it.
What's Twitter? I'm kidding.
She's that old. So.
You are lucky that you are on this side of the table.
Motherfucker, whose hairline is receding?
Hey, let's not talk about
I was
it.
born this way.
I mean,
Mine is receded all the way to the back.
It started up again down here.
It's gone full circle.
Nobody wants to look at his ass right now.
No, you don't.
My hair migrated down.
It did.
Went south for the winter.
Oh my god. Nair is the winner of our discontent.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I win.
We were talking about Nair and like hair.
No, we were talking about nads.
were
Yeah,
talking
which
about
is that hair removal wax that, yeah.
Yeah, for
Who names hair removal wax nads? Like, was it made for your nads or?
I hope
my
not.
understanding, it was Australian chick, and it was named after her daughter.
Who the fuck names their kid nads?
Australians.
Australians.
Because they're down under?
Oh,
It all makes sense now.
We're gonna get so much hate mail after
you
this.
are a terrible, terrible person.
You thought it too.
I kept it inside though.
Wait, didn't you? This is an unscripted, like, explicit, don't censor yourself, say
Oh,
whatever's on
absolutely.
your
Yeah,
mind
no,
show,
fuck no.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shit, if I had to censor myself, I'd be screwed.
But one thing I'd like to know is by the end of this, how many topics will we cover? That's
Good
going to be a
point.
question.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
those of you listening at home, start the tally.
Yeah.
There should be a pool.
We've already crossed multiple.
Yeah, the pre-show of this was already hilarious, and I feel really bad that shit wasn't getting recorded.
Oh, yeah. There should have been, like, a blooper reel or something and just recording it just because.
Yeah.
Are
Yeah.
you already done with your drink?
No, I'm just holding it.
Oh.
Are you kidding me? I'm savoring this.
Yeah, she got both
Yeah.
pinkies out.
And that's the.
Right?
This is also another thing that
ReAnna?
I've never done. That for those of you who remember that this is an audio medium, they're both sitting here making fancy fingers with their glasses.
Pinkies
When-
for fanciness.
When in out, pinky out. But also the first time for this show, a lot of podcasters record drunk. It's actually a really common thing I found out, or at least sit there. It's like they always tell you should have a beverage so you don't get dry mouth.
Right.
Most of them use alcohol.
Which gives you dry mouth.
Yeah.
So, keep drinking.
Keep drinking.
Right?
This is the first time we've had alcohol on the show. Although ReAnna has told me multiple times we should crack these out for the
Yeah.
show. We're like, oh, we should try this and we should be like drinking and doing the show. I was like, I don't know how we would behave if we were actually, especially with our show recording drunk. That would just be.
Well, we're about to find
Okay, so
out.
we
This
may
is
find
the
out.
maiden drunken voyage.
I don't think we're going to become that intoxicated unless you feel comfortable with having your son pouring us drinks.
Son?
Yeah.
My son is here also.
Yes.
He is about an inch or two taller than me. Has long hair. Boy, don't you give me that look.
So much sass in that look.
He
Oh
looked
my
like his
gosh.
sister for a second. Talking about sass. He just gave me the Nana look.
Oh dear.
See,
I love you.
see, what's really funny is that there is nothing unusual about this conversation. And when it comes to us, this is just how we are.
Yeah.
Just the complete randomness. And that's what's made this show difficult to do,
Mm.
is that none of us can keep on a fucking subject for like 2 minutes.
That's what happens when you grow up in a, huge family in a very small house.
Yeah.
You tend to kind of hop from thing to thing really quickly just to keep up with what everybody's doing. And if you can't keep up, then God help you.
Yeah. I still like the sensory overload that ReAnna had when we were all.
Him too.
I remember
Yeah.
sitting, it was after Papa's funeral,
Mhm.
sitting, or the day before, whatever, but sitting in Nana's living room. And everybody's in there, and there's 10 conversations going on, and everybody is in all 10 conversations and
Yeah.
keeping up. And she's just like, what the fuck is going on?
Him too. I mean, he was ready to explode because he's so not,
Social.
yeah, you don't do well in large groups just because it's sensory overload kind of thing.
Yeah.
Going shopping during the holidays is
Ugh.
a nightmare for him. He can't go out. He can't leave the house. He becomes agoraphobic during the holidays.
It
But
might just be that it's the holidays.
but still, it's
no more
just
tinsel.
panic. But no, just being in those large crowds, it's just panic sets in.
Yeah.
It's like, can we go home now? Oh my God, I'm freaking out. Yeah. But
That's how I am when especially when volume gets to a certain point. That's when I have to leave the room.
Which with this family, it's that all of them talking at the same time over each other, trying to get that be the one
Yep.
that's heard over everybody else. It is you guys escalate quickly.
Yes. So no, I totally get you because I'm right there with you. Large crowds, and then there's a certain volume level where it's bye.
Yeah. What she said. I don't know. I'm contributing, so I can't even say.
I just tune out. I overload and just...
He does like Papa. Yeah. He just kind of sits back and tunes everybody out until he feels an appropriate moment that's actually relevant to him, and then he'll say his 2 cents and then tune out again.
Yeah.
So Papa did that like quite a bit. But when Papa did it, everybody would shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Because Papa was speaking, and then Papa would say his piece, and then the chaos would re-ensue.
Yeah. So I still think it's weird to me, the difference in the family since they died.
Yeah.
It's been a weird, like, there's no tie. There's no singular unit that's holding everybody together anymore.
Yeah, we've kind of, I mean, there's so many of us. We've got such a...
I know.
Hello, Mexican.
Yeah.
But there's just so many of us just strewn all over the place. But so there's always been that, kind of
the geographical
spread out. Yeah, just kind of spread out. But even if we weren't in contact with each other constantly, there was still kind of a connection and kind of that bond. And the one thing that tied everybody together was Nana and Papa. And we could always come together through Nana and Papa. Yeah. And everything was groovy and it was family. Since they both died, there is no connection with anybody anymore. I mean, Ryan has been trying to organize a family reunion, and it keeps failing.
Yeah.
And again, and I think if Nana and Papa were still, even if one of them was still here, then that wouldn't even be an issue. It wouldn't be a factor.
And it was kind of always, it's like they were the head of the family.
Absolutely.
It's like if one of them passed down a ruling, that was it. It's like Papa said so. That was it. That was the rule. And now, nobody has that family authority anymore.
Yeah. There's nobody. It's just chaos.
Yeah.
It's just complete chaos. But,
How do we go from drunk silly to talking about dead grandparents?
Because drunk silly.
Back to the funny.
Yeah, that's us.
Because drunk silly.
Speaking of drunk, I had a diffuser once that smelled the way this tastes.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we need to discuss this.
Oh.
Yeah, we need to describe because this is an audio medium.
Yeah.
So what we are drinking is...
Amazing.
Yes, it's bottled amazing, and that's what it's called. It's just concentrated amazing that you bottle and then drink, and bam, you're amazing now because it's in you.
I am the Emperor Fabulous.
You are the Emperor Fabulous, and sitting across the table from you is Fabulous the Second.
Yes.
What's in you?
I think I might.
Amazing, I am in you.
Oh my!
So anyway, what we are drinking is a product that our friends and us make called God's Pillow, and it is a rum-based cordial. It's really very kind of fall flavored. It's like apple, like spicy caramel apple yumminess, cinnamon clove, star anise, all these yummy fall spices and apple and like caramel flavoring and rum. And lots of rum, and it's all blended together and cooked together, and it's wonderful and tasty and really, really, really smooth and delicious, and so much so that you don't realize that you're getting shit-faced as you're drinking this, because it is very, very boozy, but you don't really feel it until you try to stand up.
Yeah. And that's the funny, like, I don't drink. It's well established that, and I don't really, I think almost every time, other than, like, if we go out for, like, a nice dinner and I might get a,
Reds.
Not Reds. Angry Orchard. I might have like a single Angry Orchard if we go out to dinner for a nice dinner. But other than that, I think every other time I've consumed alcohol, you have been present.
What are you trying to say?
Right?
I'm a bad influence?
Well, you are my older sister.
G's here, let's drink.
Yep, basically. Because even when Aaron was living with us,
we were at the grocery store earlier getting ready for the show, I was like, do you think we should pick up some more? Like, are we going to drink? We should drink.
It's like, MG's over. It's just like, no, that's when we bring out the alcohol. Why? Because somebody else is. Yeah.
I just picture you
like
kicking in the door with 2 bottles of beer. Drink up, bitches!
That's what they're painting me as for this listening audience. I am not an alcoholic, damn it. I enjoy my drinks. I have certain stuff that I do drink and that I enjoy.
The picture that was painted in my head was like a Mexican ab fab.
Okay, that I can get behind.
That's okay.
If you're painting that picture, that's kind of a wonderful picture. So,
Yeah.
But this
She's
is
not
Patsy.
that bad. It just happens that, I guess, because it's not that, that you make us drink. It's that we don't typically drink unless it's we've got company. Because, antisocial and all that. And so it's...
So what are you saying? That you have to drink to deal with me?
I love it. It's not that you make us drink. It's just that we drink when you're here.
We don't...
It's not that you make us drink, it's that you drive us to drink.
We feel compelled to
You're making it
consume
worse.
copious amounts of alcohol in your presence.
Yeah. You're not helping.
Making it better.
You're really not.
Honoring you.
Dishonor on you. Dishonor on your cat.
Oh, my poor Emmett.
Why'd you
See,
have
and
to
she
drag-
knew I was talking about Emmett too, because I only ever call. He shows up, and I'm like,
Moo.
Okay, but at least he has a face that more than a mother can love.
you know what? You shut your whore mouth.
No,
if we're going to
nobody-
bring up Boris, also known as the retarded Ewok,
He is,
Oh,
I thought he
my
was,
God.
no, I thought he was retarded Wookiee.
he's like a retarded Wookiee had sex with a retarded Ewok
And also
and
a Brillo pad.
and a Brillo pad, and,
After you scrub the garage floor with it.
and somehow Tom Selleck got involved.
And I don't understand
that
where
mustache.
any of this is coming from, because
Dog is
originally
hideous.
the description of my dog is if Samuel L. Jackson was a dog, then that would be Boris.
Yeah.
But now it's been morphed into Sam Jackson ain't even in the picture anymore for some reason for these people, and now it's like retarded Wookiee Ewok Brillo pad garage
I mean,
floor whatever.
Seen your dog?
I have seen my dog, and he looks like Sam Jackson.
But with a Tom Selleck mustache, which is where it gets confused.
Not necessarily. Some of the movies that he's done, he's got copious amounts of facial hair, and he's kind of brushy and scrubby looking.
And
You've seen A Time to Kill.
the next time I give him a trim, I'm going to leave the mustache on. Then it's
Leave the mustache.
going to be awesome.
Oh, that dog. He's unfortunate.
Yeah. At least he's not morbidly obese.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's funny, I still never did that pet show.
a pet show?
Oh god, it was like episode 3 or 4
Mm.
where I talked about doing a show about pets.
hmm
No, shit, that was episode 2.
Ah,
That was the second episode, and I talked because we had written up and pitched this and had this entire episode planned out talking about pets.
Mhm.
And I turned on the mic and was like, fuck it. I had this whole plan and I don't feel like talking about pets.
I'm
maybe
just not
someday I'll do
vibing
it.
with the idea
Yeah.
tonight.
Look, I did all this show prep about pets. Fuck it.
Yeah. How much show prep did you do for tonight?
ReAnna opened the bottle over there.
right?
I
There
set
you
up
go.
the mics and everything. Yeah,
Set up the mics, pour the booze, done.
Perfect.
Isn't that what you're supposed to do?
yeah, exactly.
Just add hilarity.
Yeah. It's like in the last month or 2, I've actually started doing show prep.
Uh-huh.
And especially with our show, with the Mom and Dad Cuss show, we have to do show prep because it's much more, even though it probably has much more hilarity, it is much more formatted, and we go in with, we're talking about this and this is what's going on.
Well, yeah, 'cause you got to stick with the whole parenting vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
so-
go in with a topic and a subject matter, and yeah, we detour a lot, but that's just us.
Yeah.
But
Side note here. I'm feeling this because I just started drooling.
Good job. Good job.
And you're not even, you haven't even gotten through half of it
I
yet.
haven't.
yeah. She's a lightweight when it comes to
Mine's gone. It's been gone
Yeah.
for a while.
There is no more.
There is no more. That little bottle that they had filled these 3 glasses.
Although
and
we
that's
do
it.
have the other one. What's the
Oh, Satan's
the Satan's footrest?
Yeah.
yeah, we still have that.
All right, pour it.
Okay.
Oh,
Run! Fetch! Cody. Sorry.
bottom shelf down here in the door?
There's also a bottle of Angry Orchard Iceman down there that I never got around to opening.
Have you tried the Iceman?
No.
Oh.
I bought that bottle because it looked cool. I was like,
What?
this is my
Don't open that
special
yet.
occasion something.
Uh-huh.
And I wanted it, I wanted it for whenever I get the next great job, that was going to be my celebratory thing.
Okay.
And not to rip on my job,
But
But I went back to what I used to do. I make it a point not to
We
name
celebrated
what I do.
a different way.
Yeah, we celebrated by Sam. So
Yeah.
and I totally
You guys should really stop celebrating.
We really should. Oh my god! Every time we
Or
have something to
subdue
celebrate.
the celebration a little bit. You know,
Yeah.
take it down a notch. Cause,
Yeah, I have to do that.
I mean, you've got a full blown litter now. I'm just saying.
No.
Now we're only one more away from a basketball team now.
Ooh,
Or a roller
good
derby
point.
team.
Ooh,
Not
good point. Good
happening.
point.
Well, no, not a roller derby team. A roller derby lineup.
One line.
Lime up.
Yeah. Yeah, lime up.
You're not feeling that at all.
No, I'm not. I mispronounce stuff all the time. You know that.
Your
Push
mouth
pause,
is
we can get
drunk.
the Iceman.
Push pause and get the Iceman.
But I added water because,
That's
you know.
awkward. They're specifically asking for a teen
Because
library.
no one
Oh wait,
in
never
the
mind.
history of people being drunk has anyone thought to drink water.
Oh.
This is your night, Einstein.
Right?
There is a whole comedic lineup for that.
When I want whiskey, I drink whiskey, and when I want water, I drink water.
Which is why I'm always dehydrated.
And now you have to pee, but you're too drunk to get to the bathroom. Way to be.
So, for those of you playing the home game, we had to stop and refill the drinks.
Well, we had to stop and hunt down another bottle of drink to open and then refill them.
Yeah.
So we've switched from the God's Pillow to Angry Orchard Iceman, which is de-fucking-licious. Yes, brother?
I haven't tried it yet.
Try it.
I had to pound back the rest of that God's Pillow, and I'm letting my taste buds kind of readjust.
It's a good thing you don't work tomorrow. That's all
You
I'm
want a
saying.
water?
No, actually, I do.
What time?
I work nights.
Oh, well, yeah, don't worry about it then.
I got to get up at ass crack of dawn and take Charlie to school, though. But at the same time, I'm up till like 2 under normal circumstances, and then on show nights, I'm also editing. So
Oh, and it's not even 9 yet.
no, it's not even that.
That's early.
You know,
It's early. This is nothing.
You serious? You call this early? This is
we
so
just
late.
mentioned I'm usually up till like 2 or something.
Ugh,
We're normally doing the show right now.
I know, but
Not even
Like-
normally, but actually.
yeah,
Right.
in this case.
Yeah, we are normally recording at this time on Sunday.
Are you falling asleep, ReAnna? You should, not.
Well,
That's what happens when you get me drunk.
you're not even drunk. You have like half of a
You
quarter
haven't
of
even...
a something.
Girl.
Yeah. Working on it.
Okay.
Oh, that's good.
Right?
Yep.
I mean, Angry Orchard is my
Go to.
go-to
I wanna
beverage.
smell it.
You're not gonna like it. You don't like
Yeah.
apples. You don't like Angry Orchard. You don't like beer-type products, even though this is technically a wine.
Well,
It's a
is it
cider.
a white or a cider?
It's cider.
It's cider.
It is officially classified as an ice wine.
Is it really?
It is a 10% alcohol by volume. It is a
Ooh.
wine.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Hard cider.
Yeah.
People up in here.
10% by volume.
I read the back, and it was like, oh, it's an ice wine. They basically
Yeah,
make it
glasses.
by fermenting frozen apples.
Here, let me see yours.
Oh, glasses.
Yeah.
Yes. I was like, what the fuck do you need my headphones for?
Oh.
Reading. Yes.
Yeah, reading is...
Reading is fundamental.
Yeah. Puns.
MG's making noise with her phone.
I am doing no such thing. My phone doesn't make noise.
Really?
Is that what that static is?
I believe it is.
Oh. Then I am making noise with my phone, so I'm putting my ears.
Somebody's. I don't know. Somebody. Everybody's fucking phone's on the table all of a sudden. Like, what the fuck?
That's why.
I'm
It's
not
not
even-
just. It's not just me. Don't blame the sister. Okay.
I wasn't
We've already
on my
blamed you
phone.
for other things.
You're already apparently the reason everyone's drinking.
I am the reason that everyone drinks. Apparently.
And let's point out, it was your idea to open the Iceman.
Well, you said that there was Iceman,
Yeah.
so what else am I gonna?
Yeah.
It was everybody's collective idea to have another drink.
Yeah.
There was nothing left of the God's Pillow. What do we drink next? Satan's Footrest. But hey, I have Iceman. What?
That's how that conversation went.
Yeah,
That's exactly how that conversation went.
Like, never mind rum and tequila that's in the freezer.
The rum is mine.
Oh.
Yeah,
And the tequila is garbage.
I've got the gym in the mornings and new. Otherwise, yeah, I'm just gonna stick with the Angry
This is
Orchard.
why I don't drink.
Yeah, this is why you don't drink.
Yeah. Not the totally fucked digestive system and, you know,
No.
Yeah, none of those reasons.
and the,
Yeah.
the standard, you know, operational side effects of alcohol.
Or the general buffoonery, or,
Yeah.
But
picking fights with shrubbery.
Hey, if it's talking shit.
There you go.
Again,
Yeah,
the
you gotta
standard
put it in
operating
place.
procedures for alcohol.
Yep.
So,
You pick fights with shrubbery even when you're sober, so it doesn't matter.
See? Doesn't even matter.
So
as long as you don't lose, I think you're all right.
Oh, you lose every time.
you lose every
Whenever
time.
you pick a fight with a tree, you lose.
Yes.
On the inside.
The outside, too. Have you ever
Yeah.
seen what his head looked like after picking fights with trees?
Oh,
Whew,
I've got a dent.
he does.
I remember seeing what his head looked like after the bachelor party at Kat's wedding.
What happened then?
You and Charlie drinking, he headbutts you, and you're like, that's not a headbutt, and you hit him back.
Oh, okay.
And you both were scar-headed for the wedding. I recall that.
So let's add that to the list of reasons I don't drink.
But still.
Then guaranteed ride home.
Not his home, but somebody's.
Somebody's home.
Several thousand somebodies who they're not at their home either, but they're all in a new home.
They're all at A home, so
They're at A home.
Stay home.
Yeah,
You look homeless, but you're in a home.
I know, right? You look homeless, but you're in a home, so that's not it.
So,
Why are you being the one making all the Eliza references instead of the girls? That's crazy.
Fabulous the second.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's all the explanation we need. Fabulous a second.
Back to fabulous.
Yep.
Fabulous.
Oh my god. So yeah, we saw her.
Fabulous.
Group of friends and I saw Eliza at the Improv, and she was like ridiculously hilarious. All new jokes. I think the only joke that we had heard before that she said was just the waking of the party goblin
yes.
and the whole "you need to rage" and that whole bit.
I'm like leaning on you. Is that a problem?
no, it's
I can
fine.
move.
I imagine you probably have to lean on me because the mic is between us.
From this angle, it looks absolutely inappropriate, your arm placement, though. I mean, seriously, it looks like, yeah, there's shenanigans going on under the table. I could be wrong. I
There
could
would
be
be
right.
a lot more movement.
Oh, I'm sure, but, for all I know, you could have epic wrist dexterity, and at which point we wouldn't see any movement.
Had to cover my eyes for that one.
I had to cover my mind's eye. Hold on a second.
I'm just not even here anymore.
Yeah.
There is a kind of minor in the room.
Kind of a minor.
Kind of a minor. He's a major minor.
Yeah.
Or he's a minor minor, because, yeah, he's almost not a minor.
Yeah, exactly. He's kind of a minor.
He's a
But,
minor-ish.
your son, so shit.
Yeah. And he's fabulous the second because he takes after your gay ass. So,
I'm not the only one that thinks you're gay.
oh, honey, we've known he was gay since he came out of the womb. So it's okay. We've known Glenn was gay since he came out of the womb, too. And they are both the straightest gay men in the world, which is why they are Emperor Fabulous and Fabulous the second.
What's bad is we're moving to a new house pretty soon. By the end of the month, we'll be in it.
Mhm.
And he asked me, he's like, well, do we have walk-in closets? I'm like, why? So you can come out of it finally?
Oh. Oh,
We
that's
are-
good. That was a good one.
We are going to
Yeah.
hell.
That was awesome.
Hey, I got VIP passes.
Yeah.
It's like, I got the tickets, she's got the handbasket, we're cool.
There you go.
Oh,
I'll drive the bus.
that was so good. I'm stuck.
Thank you.
Why haven't you done that yet?
I made it myself. Because that's why there's bacon in the soap. Lordy.
No.
What the fuck?
Why is there bacon in the soap?
Oh my god, you guys don't watch Invader Zim?
I haven't watched Invader Zim in so long.
Oh my
Like,
god,
since
no,
it was new. I realize it's on Netflix or Hulu now.
it's
but I
on
just
Netflix
don't-
and Hulu, and we have the DVDs of every episode. So we watch Invader Zim a lot.
Yeah, I watched it when it was new, and I watched a couple episodes when it came out on Netflix, and I was like, the boys probably shouldn't be watching this right now, so I'm gonna get yelled at if they watch this.
Zim is fantastic. But no, there was an episode where Zim is like washing, he got something splashed on his face. I don't even remember exactly what happened, but somehow his face got dirty. And he goes to wash his face and he grabs the soap and his face gets covered in grease from washing his face. And he ends up getting a massive zit that becomes sentient and takes on a life of its own, and he
Okay,
named it
I remember-
Pustulio.
I remember the zit thing. I didn't realize that was how it started.
Well, it started because something got splashed on his face. He went to wash his face, and the soap didn't wash his face. It made him greasier, and he couldn't figure out why. And he looked, and it's because it's full of bacon. So he's getting all the grease from the bacon all over his face, and he screams, "Gur, why is there bacon in the soap?" And then you hear Gur go, "I made it myself!" And it's funny.
Is that what you did when you made your soap?
Yes, he did actually. Oh my god, he did.
I'm actually thinking about that now because, I mean, I'm making soap, and soap is just the
Rendering lard.
rendering lard, but taking fats and mixing it with lye, and the chemical reaction creates soap or saponification. And so theoretically, not even theoretically, actually, I could make soap with bacon fat because
You should absolutely make bacon soap.
I'm going to make bacon soap. It's going to happen.
Oh god.
I need to start making bacon. Ooh, it means I get to start eating bacon.
No.
I'm going to eat the bacon and then make soap and then wash myself with the bacon.
Sweetheart, remember, you got to give birth. If you eat bacon, you're not going to be able to give birth.
Bacon!
No.
So what you have to do, though, because you just need the fat. You don't need the meaty part of the bacon, so you got to just trim all the fat off of the bacon and just, have the meaty part.
I can do that.
You can.
It's going to get at.
Yeah.
You can't. It's going to get at.
Yeah.
Okay.
He has a little bit of redneck in him, so there's certain vowels that get, there's certain consonants that get added to words that don't belong there, and certain vowels that should be there that get removed. So eat or ate becomes et.
Okay, I'm actually going to side with him on this one because I listened to a bunch of different shows from Sanspans Radio, and they're in Australia, and that's how they pronounce it.
They put it. See,
they also throw cunt around like it's nobody's business.
Right.
Well, if she's a cunt, throw her around.
Okay, they use cunt like Americans use asshole.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
So do the British.
Yeah.
So do the British. Like, your buddy is a right old cunt.
Yeah, exactly. It was like... I remember there was a particular episode where one of the girls said that her parents don't listen to the show and they don't know that she does the show because they wouldn't like the fact that she says cunt.
Yeah.
And this was on a live show where her parents were in the front row.
Oh.
It was like, y'all are
Whoopsies.
smart.
Awesome.
Like, you just gave up everything. Good job.
Yeah. Who cares?
Yeah.
I don't care. Aaron gets so mad and so offended if you say that
C
around
word,
her.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god, I hate that word so much. I'm like, we use it so much, it's like nothing. I mean, okay, so Jacinda and I, this is last season.
I think I'm going to have to put a warning on the front of the end of this. That Aaron, you don't want to listen.
Aaron, don't listen. We use the C word a lot.
They've already done it.
Yeah. So anyway, last season, it was Cinda's rookie season in the league. My daughter, Jacinda, skates with the Derby Dames as well, and she's on the schoolyard scrappers. So her skate name is Lumpy Skate Princess. But anyway. Yeah. Love you. Kind of. No, we do, honey. But anyway, so we're at Thursday scrimmage. What?
Nothing.
Why are you backing away from me, bald man?
Say we, like he's speaking for him too. Like, fuck you, midget. Sorry. I don't know.
I don't either. Anyway, I'm telling a story. Shut up. So we're at scrimmage, and every Thursday night is when all the teams in the league get together and we scrimmage against each other, and it's like practice, like we play with the refs, like it's a real bout. So we're at scrimmage, and it's after the last scrimmage was done, and Cinda and I are just kind of skating around the track, and she's I'm just kind of doing laterals and skating and whatnot, doing a cool down laps and whatever. And Cinda comes around on the lap, and she yells up to me, "Mom, give me a whip." And I'm like, well, she's a jammer, and I'm a blocker, and she's asking me to give her a whip. She doesn't skate for my team. No. Now was the perfect opportunity to practice my positional blocking. So instead of giving her a whip to get her, whipped past me, I decided to start blocking. So she comes up, and I get right in front of her and slow down. And she tries to get around me, and I'm moving, and I'm staying in front of her and blocking her the whole time. And when she realizes, like a quarter lap later, that I'm actually actively blocking her, and she's like, "Are you seriously fucking blocking me, you fucking cunt nugget?"
Oh my god.
As soon as and I'm like, "Did you just call me a cunt nugget?" And as soon as that, because it took me a minute to register, and I'm like, my kid just called me a cunt nugget. And as soon as it registered that that's what she said, and I'm like, did you just call me a cunt nugget? Her face, oh my God, if you could see the look on this child's face, white as a sheet, and she's like, oh my God, I am so sorry, Mom. Oh my God, I am so sorry. It just came out. It was just, I didn't mean it. And I'm like, honey, what's... And I had to talk this bitch off the ledge, man. I thought she was going to start slitting her wrists and go all emo because she just called her mother a cunt nugget and was flipping out thinking that she was in major trouble. And it's like, sweetheart, this is Derby. I know you're not literally actually calling me a cunt nugget in a with malicious intent. Right. We're on the track and we're skating and shit happens and things come out of your mouth that shouldn't, and I just blew it off as that. I thought it was hilarious and she thought she was in trouble, which made it even more hilarious.
That's what you
and so I proceeded. So then we get off the track and we're de-gearing later and everybody else in the league is still there and de-gearing and kind of winding down at the end of the night. And I'm going around, I'm like, oh my God, the funniest fucking thing just happened. I'm like, so we're skating and I'm blocking Cinda and she totally got pissed off and called me a cunt nugget. And all of them, they're all like, kind of like, oh my God, like how dare she kind of thing. And I'm like, no, dude, this is the funniest thing ever. So it was hilarious.
Why? So my niece can call me profanity?
They've all cussed me out.
Oh, yeah.
So pretty.
Oh, you want me to do derby with my sister?
Uh-huh.
He can't.
In the all-female league.
There is a men's league. And sometimes we do co-ed scrimmages.
Somebody missed the joke.
Yeah. No, I know. No, I didn't miss the joke. I'm trying to actually legitimately recruit you.
Yeah, no, so you could ref, and then you get to send your sister to the penalty box, which I can say is satisfying.
We have had many an argument on the way home from scrimmages and from games about penalties that were called or penalties that were missed.
Uh-oh.
Like, this bitch totally backlocked the shit out of me. Where was the call, motherfucker? You were right there. You were right fucking there. You were the front pack ref. Stuff like that. Or it's like, why did you call a cut? I'm like, mother, I did not even cut. Why did you call a cut? You cut. I saw it happen, and here's why it was a cut. That is not a cut. It is a cut. Yeah, I mean, that shit happens weekly. And now he's got to get it twice from me and from Cinda.
No, Cinda's more, hey, you did a naughty thing. Yeah, I did. That's the end of it. There's no argument.
For me, it's 50-50.
Yes, no, I totally did it. With you, you have no idea that you did it. Like, your foot hit the infield. No, it didn't.
It didn't.
God, yes, it did.
It didn't. I never exited the track.
Look, my eyes work. Your feet can't feel through skates.
No, but honestly, if there was... No, seriously, the penalties that I did, that I know I did, I own him. He's all like, you did it not. Yeah, I did. You totally backlocked. I know. You arms the shit out of her. Yes, I know. I put myself in the box before they even said 2503.
So there you go. You could ref.
You totally ref.
I don't have that kind of time.
He yells.
It is a bit of a time suck.
If you're an NSO, it's not a time suck.
It should be.
It should be, but it's not.
Yeah, but I mean, see, the thing is that your youngest is pushing 18.
Right.
My oldest is 6.
Let's get him roughing.
Hell yeah.
So I have to be home. My children are not self-reliant enough that I could go off and do something. Plus the fact that I work, overnights, and then I, host and produce 2 podcasts, and working on a third.
Why? You don't have that kind of time.
I don't have that kind of time because that show's gonna be a lot shorter.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's gonna be a quick, it's going to be a review show.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh, that'd be kind of neat.
Which, for me, I'm going to kind of like it because it's going to give me the opportunity to listen to a lot of new podcasts that I otherwise wouldn't have.
Gotcha.
Just like last week, at the end of the episode, I was like, hey, if you're a podcaster and you've made it this far into the show, send me a message on Twitter. I will review your show.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's just kind of the thing. It's like podcasters crave ratings and reviews. It's like we live for that.
Yeah.
Because it's just kind of that
validation.
It's that validation for like, okay, even if you tell me I suck, tell me that I suck. Tell me so I have something to work off of.
Yeah. And if somebody tells you that you suck and it gets out into the interwebs, then other people are going to be like, he can't suck that bad. Here, let me listen.
Yeah, even that.
Or fuck that guy.
Yeah, exactly. Because most people who bitch on the internet are just being bitchy. So, maybe...
The term is troll.
Yeah. Like, I wish I had fucking trolls. Damn it. Like, I don't even get fucking trolls. But I did get, like, by the time I got to halfway to work that day, I actually had a response. And so that night I like kind of established, okay, here's my guidelines, here's how I'm going to review shows.
Uh-huh.
And I've kind of got it, I'm writing it out and like, okay, here's what I'm going to do. And so I've got this whole set of criteria and everything that I'm going to do for this review show, but it's basically going to be like, maybe 10 minutes and do a little, like the iTunes review structure is based on 5 stars. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to be like Iron Chef, how like, okay, this category is worth this many points and this category is worth this many points.
Yeah.
And so I've got like 3 categories and okay, and I've got it all laid out how I'm going to do it and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I just have to do it. Yes, I know I'm a nerd.
He's a huge nerd. That's okay. We're all nerds.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
But
Not a damn thing wrong with being a nerd.
But it's just like I said, last week, it's when you start podcasting and you start doing this, you get one idea, and once you get set up, then you get another idea. It's another show you want to do, and then another show idea, and another show idea.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, you want to do 10 shows. So we just keep having to take these momentary lapses. So, yeah.
Because we're getting sidetracked.
We're getting sidetracked by things happening outside and that necessitate stopping.
Yeah. There's been a lot of stopping.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
This is gonna be a professional podcaster's nightmare scenario.
You think?
But,
There's gonna be you're gonna be up until like 4 a.m. editing this shit.
This is gonna be choppy as all fuck, but
right?
you know what?
Who cares?
It's fun.
It is.
See, I care less about like I have tons of ratings and like I'm not concerned with being famous, but that'd be fucking great.
You're concerned with making people laugh with our stupidity.
Yeah. Dave Jackson says that your goal should be to make somebody learn, think, laugh, cry, or moan.
Oh my.
Indeed.
It's like basically, it's like you should, or not moan, sorry, groan.
No.
It'd be like a.
I was gonna say that was
You went to something I don't think of as podcasting.
or that's podcasting after dark.
They've got some of those. I've seen some of those pop up in my recommended. We're like, nah.
The kids are still awake.
I don't want Dr. Ruth's podcast. I don't know what she's going to talk about.
No, you know who I think is hilarious?
Did she die? I think she died.
No. You know who's crazy? Is like even more than Dr. Ruth is Sue Johansson.
I think is that old lady that was on?
She's another like old lady sex expert doctor chick. She's the Canadian one. Yeah. And yeah, she is like way more dirty and explicit than Dr. Ruth.
Yeah.
Like Dr. Ruth was like, she would take like the sexual aspect of like, couples and marriage and everything. And Sue Johansson is just, this is how you do sex safely and have the most out of it. And it's just all about fucking. But it's coming from this like nappy-haired old Canadian lady.
Yeah, I think I've seen her.
I think Dr. Ruth is more physically attractive than Sue Johansson to give you an idea of the awkwardness level of it. Yeah. Sue Johansson had like a radio show, and then she also has like a radio call-in TV show, kind of like Loveline.
Yeah,
that used to be on. But yeah, I'm like,
I
just kind of stumbled on her TV show one night, and I'm like, oh my fucking shit, really? Like this bitch is actually demonstrating how to properly use a dental dam on her show. Or not a dental dam, but like she's like, yeah, dental dams don't work because you can't feel anything. Here's an alternative. Take a condom, slice it open lengthwise with a pair of scissors, and then just lay that across, and then and she's like licking it like she's actually using it for, on a female, as you would. Yeah, she's demonstrating how to use it, and I'm like,
yeah.
Well, better than not.
It is. I mean, it's great because she actually takes it to that level, but at the same time, like, who is fucking this woman? Seriously.
Nobody. That's why she's talking about it so much.
And yet she knows all of the things, so somebody is. Or maybe because she knows all the things, Yeah,
maybe.
Maybe.
What did Finch say in American Pie? It gets better with age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Well, no, because that's where the term MILF originated, was the movie American Pie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Stifler's mom was a MILF. She's the original MILF.
And I hate to say it because I hate to criticize a woman's weight, but she ballooned after the first American Pie. I mean, to the point where they didn't even show her.
She was always big.
But she got a lot bigger.
She got a lot bigger.
And now she's on Two Broke Girls. And
she got a lot bigger between Legally Blonde and Legally Blonde 2. But in Legally Blonde 2, they still showed her.
Yeah.
You know.
They didn't even show her in the other American Pie movies.
No.
I think American Pie 2, you just see her face in the car window.
Yeah, at the very end of the movie. When he's all like, yeah, I gotta move on. We had fun, blah, 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 blah. Okay, that's fine. I understand. So you want to get it on? Absolutely clear your schedule. And he gets in the car.
Yeah.
Who is that? Is that my mom? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mom.
Finch, stop fucking my mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But...
Oh, Stifler.
The fact that they basically made the entire American Pie follow-up series following a different Stifler.
I'm trying to remember.
Like, every American Pie movie was following a different Stifler sibling.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, they were.
Which one? No, 1, 2, American Pie 2, and American Wedding all followed.
They follow suit, but I mean, like, Bandcamp and,
Oh, I didn't see those.
and The Naked Mile, they were following Steve's brothers.
Yeah, I didn't see those. I stopped after American Wedding because American Wedding was starting to get really. It was just stupid, and they were just, to me, it was just kicking a dead horse.
And then they had the reunion, too.
Didn't see that.
Yeah, the reunion's the last one. So they had, like, they kind of went, like, National Lampoon with it.
Yeah.
And we're like, American Pie presents The Naked Mile.
Oh, gotcha.
And American Pie presents Bandcamp.
Oh my God! Which reminds me, have you seen the new Vacation?
No.
Oh my God!
I've heard it was really good.
Oh, it's so fucking funny.
It is so awkward.
It's so funny. It is a perfect update to the original Vacation. And it's not a remake.
Yeah.
It's Rusty doing the original Vacation because that was like a good memory from his childhood, was like going, to Wally World with the family on their road trip vacation, which is the original Vacation movie, was going to Wally World. And he wants to try and reconnect with his wife and his own family. So, hey, we're doing the Wally World trip.
Okay.
Spoiler
so that
alert.
suddenly makes sense because I hadn't seen it, but Tom Lennon, who plays Rusty in that, he's on Nerdist a lot. He's on At Midnight a lot.
Yeah.
He was the first Nerdist guest. He's like really close friends with Hardwick and all that.
Yeah.
And so I've heard, like, when that came out, they were talking about it on the show. And I'm like, Rusty's the fucking kid. How the hell is Tom Lennon playing the fucking kid? Like,
because
I thought it was just
Rusty.
I thought it was just a remake, so I didn't realize that it.
Yeah, no, it's the next generation of Vacation. Yeah. It's Rusty and his family, and his wife is played by Christina Applegate. And it's so funny. They have 2 sons, okay? And the older son, the teenager, is kind of a sensitive, liberal kid.
Mm-hmm.
And the younger one is a fucking asshole who bullies his big brother.
It's almost like Malcolm in the Middle.
And it's funny as hell. Oh my God. But Chevy Chase and Beverly D'Angelo are in it as mom and dad.
Yeah. So
they have like one scene in there.
Did they sneak Wayne Newton in anywhere?
No, they don't have Wayne Newton in there, but no. So the original mom and dad are there for like one scene, so they make their appearance. What's his name that fucking plays Thor?
Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth, yeah. He's in it. He's Audrey's husband. He plays Audrey's husband, and he's like a total redneck, but like a total like uber hottie that Rusty's wife is kind of, attracted to, but and they like he flirts with her shamelessly and like makes her blush all the time, and it makes Rusty uncomfortable, but it's hilarious. Oh my God. There's a whole like penis bulge gag in there, and it's funny as shit.
Yeah, that movie's just horribly, horribly awkward, which is perfect.
Yeah.
In the spirit of all of the vacation movies, where it's just one awkward moment after another.
Yeah.
And just one disaster after another, and just trying to save the vacation.
But yeah, all in all, though, I mean, I watched it through twice, once without G and then once with her. And just as funny, just as awkward both times.
It's hilarious. Yeah. And it's rare for him to want to watch a movie more than once. Like, usually it's like, even if it's a movie you love, it's like, I watch it once and yeah, I'm good. And like, maybe in a couple of years, if it comes up, I'll watch it again. But for him to watch it back to back like that and still enjoy it just as much is rare. So
unless it's Firefly
and Serenity. And then, that's like all bets are off.
Yeah.
Because we can watch that forever. We have the whole series and movie memorized and it's never boring.
I didn't realize, I remember it was recently they did the 10-year anniversary of Firefly.
Oh, yeah.
And
that was a few years ago because Firefly was like maybe the 10-year anniversary of Serenity.
It might be the Big Damn Movie.
Yeah, the Big Damn Movie.
Might be.
Because Serenity or Firefly, the TV show, was out in like 2003. So it's been like 13 years since it's been on the
maybe.
Behold the power of Google.
Yeah, right. You Google. Because I remember it was Joss Whedon and everybody, they were talking about it. Mm-hmm. And all of the, like, just, like, the whole thing. Like, basically, like, everybody was just, like, kind of going back and recalling memories of the... You just have... I'm trying to think and get my thoughts collected with alcohol in my system. You're showing me a weird fucking dinosaur video?
I'm showing you anything. I'm watching it myself, damn it. This is hilarious.
You gestured to me.
So, side note, D just Googled it, and Firefly was on the air from, like, late 2002, early 2003 was when it was canceled.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they were, like, going back... They made whatever the fuck anniversary they were talking about.
Yeah.
But it was, like... They had that whole realization, like, holy shit, this was that long ago. And
it just goes to show it's that long ago. People are still this obsessed about, was it 11, 12 hours worth of TV show?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it got canceled, like, before the first season even ended. So it got canceled mid-season. The last few episodes that they did film before the cancellation never even aired.
Yeah.
So you can only see them on, like, Netflix or through the DVDs, and then just, like, the people who did watch it when was on the air, like, which just spread the word and buying DVDs and word of mouth. And Firefly has, like,
this ridiculous cult following now.
Yeah, it's like, and it's just exploded to the point where the fandom has just grown exponentially and continues to every year. They've got, like, oodles more fans now than they did when it was first on the air. And it's, I mean, even with us, like, I'm not even into sci-fi type stuff. You know that.
Yeah.
There's a handful of things that I like, but for the most part, if it's sci-fi, I'm not really going to be like, oh, yes, I must watch this,
Yeah.
But Firefly is just one of those shows that whether you're into sci-fi or not, it's just fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
Just the characters and the writing and everything are just amazing.
I mean, the original Star Trek was kind of the same way, because it was I think only had one season originally. Mm-hmm. The original run of Star Trek, it got canceled after its first season.
Yeah.
And then, crazy fandom and the nerds that watched it just spread the word.
Yeah. And then they brought it back and had a few more seasons.
Yeah. I think it only had like 60 episodes, I think.
Yeah. With Firefly,
and back then, they recorded, you just sit there and kept going. It's like you did a year. You kept going until somebody told you to stop.
Yeah.
But.
And then, like with Firefly, there was only 12 episodes. I think. That sounds about right.
Like
yeah, 11, 12 episodes, something like that. And then it got canceled. They tried to shop it to other networks, and it didn't take. And because of the fandom and because of the fans turning on new fans and buying the DVDs, and the DVDs of Firefly being like the number one seller when it was released.
15 episodes.
And they ended up being able to get funding to make a feature film that was released in theaters, when the film itself is like, it's a standalone movie. If you've never seen the TV show, it's a standalone movie. You can watch the movie, understand what the show is about and what's going on, and still get it.
Yeah.
But it also perfectly ties up all the loose ends that were left at the cancellation of the show.
Like, if you followed the show, you get this, and there's lots of things that were in the movie for the sake of the show, but if you hadn't seen the show,
you would still be able to follow it.
In the movie, yeah. That's not like the Alf movie.
I don't think I ever actually saw that.
There was an Elf movie?
They did because Alf was canceled on a cliffhanger. And so they basically did like a 2-hour movie, like it kind of do with a lot of shows. They did a 2-hour Alf movie
to
tie everything up.
Yeah.
Is that the one with the Muppet thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Alf was his favorite thing in the world when he was little.
Yeah.
So it was hilarious. He was obsessed, like seriously.
And to be fair, when you have an Alf doll, it's damn near life size.
You had an
When you're that, he had an Elf doll. He had a stuffed Elf that he got for his birthday one year because he was so obsessed. And that was his favorite thing ever. He loved Alf.
That's creepy.
Don't laugh
He
at me. What the fuck?
absolutely loved Alf.
There's nothing wrong with liking Alf, and
We're not laughing at you. We're
80s,
laughing
90s.
with you.
No,
It doesn't matter that you're not laughing.
I am doing neither, brother, because I was there and I condoned it because I loved Alf too, and I thought it was awesome that you loved Alf so much.
Yeah.
So I'm actually on your side.
Yeah.
So there.
Nah.
Fuck these two.
that is what we do.
Yeah.
You know.
Wait, what?
What?
We're married to you.
Yes.
We?
We are?
We are. Did this just become sister wives all of a sudden?
I'm
We get our own
okay
Mormon
with
TV show?
this.
I didn't
Brother,
know
we're
this kind of show.
We're Catholic, not Mormon, sweetie.
No, because there's too many guys for Mormons.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Are you sure about
I
that?
was gonna say, do you really count? But, you know.
Yeah, no, we can't.
Ow!
We can't even go there because then it's going to turn into Game of Thrones, and I'm not going to go there with my brother.
Yeah, I don't watch Game of Thrones. I have no fucking clue. I know there's
Okay.
lots of nudity
I
and
have to-
dragons, and
I have to
everybody
go.
fucking dies. That's all I really know about Game of Thrones. Everyone fucking dies.
Every character that you care about dies,
Yeah.
and then the ones that you despicably loathe, some of them die and some of them don't. But anyway,
Yeah.
but yeah, like the main protagonist character dies before the first season ends.
That's Jon Snow, right?
No, he lasts for a while.
I just remember, like, there was this whole thing with Jon Snow, and that
Jon Snow just got killed at the end of the last season, and there's
the one that has the dragon on her shoulder with the white hair.
that's my favorite. That's Daenerys Targaryen. That's my girl. I love her, Khaleesi.
The death rate in that show is actually one of the things I like about it is you have all these characters, and in a typical show, your main characters always live, right? And no matter what scenario they get put in, there's, in the back of your mind, oh, they're going to find some way to get out of this, and
It's
we'll
the
see
main
them
guy.
in the
He's not
next
gonna
show.
die.
There's no way they're going to kill off the main. Oh my God, they killed off the main character. And at that point, at that moment, you have no idea what's going to happen. And like, it could be a tricky scenario. And in the back of your mind is like, oh, they'll get out of it for the next episode. No, not in the show. It may not happen.
No, and that's the thing though, is that it all starts in season 1 when the main character, the main protagonist,
Spoiler alert.
dies.
Right.
Well, I didn't say who.
They're
But, like,
going to.
The main protagonist dies. It's not like
Snow dies.
if you're just
everybody-
starting to watch Game of Thrones right now, I think everybody's going to kick you in the balls anyway, so I'm not even going to try.
Ask me how many fucks I give. If you don't watch Game of Thrones, fuck you. And you don't care anyway. So there you go.
Collective fuck you to this side of the table.
I've got to go.
No, but seriously, you guys have to watch the show because it is amazing. But no, here you're talking about ReAnna is my favorite character on the show, Daenerys Targaryen. So
I've seen her on Pinterest.
Yeah, she's my favorite.
Everybody's seen a
Khaleesi.
picture of the chick with the white hair. That's all I fucking know. And I knew there was some whole thing about, is Jon Snow really dead? And this whole controversy of, is he really dead? And,
Yeah.
and Disney, look at HBO just recently, like in the last week or two, officially came out, he's fucking dead. They officially came out and said, yes, he is fucking dead. Stop hoping he's gonna come back.
Well, if you saw that
Well,
episode, yeah, I'm pretty fairly certain that
But-
he's dead. But the show's got a spin where there may be more screen time for that character.
Yeah.
Flashbacks and whatnot.
Well, no.
No.
Yeah,
Like, he might actually
Melisandre.
come back.
Yeah, there's
No, not Melisandre, Jon Snow.
No,
there's a plot. They have
Just Snow.
they have a device,
Oh my.
The time
not,
machine.
and not a
That's the
time
device.
machine.
Yeah.
But no, it's definitely. I mean,
There,
I like the show. You never know what's going to happen. I mean, and you'd like to say that in any show. Oh, you never know what's going to happen. No, you really have no idea. And
Yeah.
even now, they're off book. Like when
I heard that they got to a point because he writes so slow.
yeah,
They're like, all right, yeah, we've gotten to the point where we have to produce shows faster than he's fucking writing.
Yeah,
And
because
so
the
he just
sixth
kind of gives them
book,
input.
the sixth book is still being, he still hasn't finished writing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're already well into and past the fifth book. So where are they going to go now? They have to write shit on their own now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and from what I understand, he's giving them, tips and
Yeah. they're
pointers as to the direction he's going with it.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, hey, kill this person this way.
Yeah.
That was the whole big joke when they finally caught up to the books in the show, and they're all standing around like, I don't know what happens. The books ended.
Yeah. We have
And
no idea.
And I remember that there was kind of the controversy because it took like 3 seasons for people to realize that they were doing the books basically letter for letter.
Yeah.
And so all you had to do to find out what was going to happen on the next episode was read the next fucking
Read the
chapter.
damn book.
Well,
Yeah.
that was again another cool thing is they were following it very closely, and you read the book and it's always a big question of how are they going to translate this to TV, to that media from the written word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think they really nailed.
They nailed
Like
it.
you read it, and your imagination does terrible things in some of these scenes, like with some of the murders and deaths. And then you watch the show, and you're like, "Oh, they really did it."
Yeah.
They're like, I did not expect it to be that bad. I
Yeah.
expected them to pull some punches.
Yeah, no, they captured it. There are a few things in the book that are a bit more graphic than the show, but only a very select few, and not by much. But like how the big climax and the big end to the Red Wedding, for example, in the book, it was far more graphic, and in the show, they kind of simplified it. I'm talking about Cat Stark.
Oh yeah.
Tony's little sister.
Wrong Stark. But anyway. But no, like
Somebody
how,
had to make another variety of nerd joke somewhere.
but no, like Cat Stark and what happens in the Red Wedding with her in the book is way more graphic, is way more elaborate, and way more disturbing than what happens on the show. In the show, it's disturbing and fucked up enough as it is, but in the book, it's a whole nother level of fucked up.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And everything, if you enjoy something, read it.
Yeah.
Read the book.
Yeah.
More
Yeah.
reading.
I don't have fucking time to read.
My God.
We have been over. We've been over the fact that I 4 kids and night job and 2.5 podcasts to produce.
Yeah.
I don't have the time to read.
Audiobooks.
That's how he does it. I'm
Yeah.
not even kidding.
So I don't have a lot of time to read either, and so when I'm doing the dishes or I'm driving, I throw on an audiobook and listen and have somebody read the book to me. It's kind of neat too. Is you get a different inflection too. The voice actor that's reading the book gives you, they portray emotion and different kind of things out of the book, but it's all word for word.
Mm-hmm.
So you're getting the whole book, plus you're getting the performance of the voice actor.
And I know I've heard like sometimes they'll kind of go for like, especially if it's like, Welcome to Night Vale. The podcast has a novel, and so for the audiobook, they had all of the people who voiced the characters on the podcast read their parts in the novel.
Oh, that's cool.
So you've basically got
They
it
kind of did that with
acted
Good
out.
Omens.
So
Remember?
you got to act it out like that. So
Good Omens did an actual like BBC style radio broadcast of it,
Yeah.
where they voice acted like they used to do in the in the old days.
Yeah.
Which
It was so good.
it was super good. I've listened to audiobooks where they have, like say male and female groups, and they have a male voice actor reading the male, where it's primarily the males, and then they have a female reading for the females, and it's a lot of it's really really good.
Yeah. And it's fun because when we do our fishing trips, when we go up to like Woods Canyon and stuff, we'll, sometimes we've got Spotify on and we're listening to music, but other times, especially if it's early in the morning and I just want to sleep on the drive up there, he'll put on his audiobook and then I end up staying awake and listening to the audiobook with him. So yeah, but like, and that's kind of become a thing, is like listening to audiobooks on the drive whenever we do like road trips or fishing trips or whatever.
Yeah.
Where do you get them? Or where do you get yours?
I get mine from audible.com. It's an Amazon company.
Mhm.
At least it is now. They have a pretty cool deal where you sign up for a membership and every month you get like a credit or two. And you can get an entire audiobook for 1 credit. This just turned into an ad.
Like,
Hashtag
they are a huge.
Brought to you by Amazon.
Oh no, fuck no! Audible, it sponsors so many podcasts.
Yeah.
Like that, and like I think Nerdist, WTF, all of the big shows periodically have an Audible plug.
Yeah.
To where like, oh, enter promo code Nerdist and you get a free month at Audible.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck.
Yeah, no, and it's absolutely great. I don't have time to read. When I do finally sit down and open a book, I'm asleep in 5 minutes now.
Yeah.
And
I've tried, and that's like, I tried to read, and because we owned the books, I tried to read the Hunger Games books because we were starting to watch the movies, and I was like, okay, I'll read the fucking book. No, sorry, it wasn't Hunger Games, it was Twilight. I know, it's 100 times fucking worse.
Oh, I gotta go.
I got
Yeah, you're just
No, fuck you. She owns the books, and she was giving me shit about it.
Because in high school, they were good books.
And because
No,
we were watching
in high school,
You didn't know
your
better.
perspective of them was that they were good books, and now that you're a grown-ass woman, you should know better.
The books were good. The movies were stupid as hell.
Yeah.
All of it was stupid. Oh, which, speaking of stupid books and stupid movies, have you seen 50 Shades?
Oh,
No.
We're going to the bad place.
Pretty much the
Yeah.
same thing, just with the fan fiction.
Yeah, trying to. I don't think we have enough time in a week to get into 50 Shades of Grey and everything that's
no.
wrong with the book and the
It was
movie.
awful and ungood.
We downloaded it because there was no way we wanted to pay for that damn piece of shit.
Yeah.
But we basically downloaded it with the sole purpose of sitting with our friends who are also BDSM lifestyle, whatever, into kinky shit. So that we could sit there and watch it and MST3K the fuck out of it. And that is, we ran out of material. It was so bad. I mean, we just sat in awe of how horrible it was.
See, that's what I was saying. There are podcasts of that. Literally, people sit there and watch a movie and just sit there and rip on it.
Yeah.
It's like, again, that's what
Well,
what I've learned to like about this medium is that there's a fucking podcast for everything. You can just sit there and bitch about whatever. Like I said last week, there's a guy who his entire show is him and his wife sitting there watching DuckTales and commenting on DuckTales.
Woo!
Yes, the now common cat interference in the episode provided by Glenn.
Yeah.
Good job.
It's
Too adorable.
Good
No,
job.
she's-
So like she was
not.
perfectly fine, and you just had to inject the cat interference.
You just had to pick her up.
Okay, so you're going to call me short, and that's
Go put
okay.
this-
I
But
do.
because I'm short, my legs are going numb. I
Yeah.
need to get up. I can't do it.
I'll let you stand up. Okay. ReAnna has to move.
Okay. ReAnna can move. Is she leaving us?
I think she's leaving us for the.
Yeah, no, I can't sit there.
Yeah, she has a hard time sitting
My feet
because
reach
she's
the
short.
floor, so my legs sit weird, and I
Oh
can't.
my god, that's like Gator. Remember her?
Oh, Gator.
She was the cutest little thing ever.
The little derby skater, one of the juniors. I forget how old. I think she was like 7.
6 or 7.
And
I think I remember seeing her. Yeah.
I'd sent her to she committed a penalty, and I sent her to the box, and she was all happy that she'd gotten a penalty, and she's sitting in the box just grinning ear to ear, the cutest thing in the world, and her feet don't touch the ground, and she's just kicking her feet,
Just kicking her feet.
and everyone just melted. It was awesome.
She was the cutest little derby skater in the world.
What happened to her?
Oh.
They changed the rules in the juniors league so where it's 10 to 17 instead of 7 to 17. So
Okay.
So we'll probably see.
Because I remember she was like way young.
yeah, she was the youngest on the minor assaults, and she was just the cutest, tiniest little thing. And she would be in a jam, and she would just get knocked around by girls 2 and 3 times bigger than her. All the teenagers are just knocking her down. She gets just flung to the infield, and she pops back up and jumps back on the track, and the whole time she's just grinning into ear to ear and skating for her damn life, and just getting her butt handed to her, and she didn't care because she's playing roller derby, and then she'd commit a penalty, and then Dee would send her to the box, and she'd go to the box and just sit there smiling, and she's so little her feet couldn't touch the floor, and it was just so damn cute. Just so damn cute. Miss that kid.
That'd kind of be ReAnna if she had the coordination to skate.
Rude.
Oh,
Honest.
skating isn't so much about coordination, but more about balance.
Yeah.
And actually,
Yeah.
short people are better at skating because you have
Yeah.
a lower center of gravity.
I'm actually very good at skating,
See?
especially on quads. So
Aha!
Yeah.
Everybody can skate on quads.
Well, not everybody can
No,
skate
no,
on
no,
quads.
I've lost
I thought
track of topics.
I thought ReAnna was like, oh, you're just standing up.
I can't feel my butt.
That's not good.
Here, you want to sit in the chair?
Trying to.
No, she hates that chair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not to say anything about the chair, but the chair is too small for her butt.
Yeah.
So,
Big butt.
you know.
Well, you got like an hour's worth of footage to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, lots of footage
Yeah.
in this
Footage?
audio show.
Yeah. And you got it's a 30-minute show.
It's however the fuck long I feel like going. Most of the time, if she's on with me,
Mm-hmm.
then we end up going 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
We try and keep our show to a half an hour. I think last night we went just over an hour.
Yeah.
Last week we went over an
I
hour.
show up, I say some shit, and then I go to bed.
Yeah, that's the fun thing. Is like I tell her is like she's basically talent,
Yeah.
and she's in charge of the Facebook group. She's in charge of the Facebook page, and I'm in charge of everything else. She's in charge of content for Mom and Dad Cuss,
Mm-hmm.
and she's the talent. She is the primary host of that show. I basically am the color commentary,
Yeah.
and I'm the producer.
Yeah.
So I get to run all this shit, and then I get to go back and recut it and edit it and do all the fun shit. And then I get to turn around and immediately, like, as soon as it's basically, we stop recording, she goes to bed, I do a quick, cut out all whatever needs to be cut, save the raw whatever, and then I turn around and start recording this show. And then basically wrap it, put it up, and the next night I do all of the full editing and cut in the music and do all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And do all the editing for this show,
Gotcha.
which is why we record on Sunday and, Mom and Dad Cuss goes out Tuesday, Odd Dad Out goes out Wednesday.
Yeah.
I just need the fucking time. But because before I would record a show, I'd start at 8 o'clock
Mm-hmm.
just for this show. I'd record and I'd do 30, 40 minutes and it'd be 2 o'clock before I was done. Just going straight through,
Mm-hmm.
But that also is getting the show notes typed up and everything posted and getting the Twitter post set up and the Facebook post and all of the web links and everything done. It's a good chunk of work, just the back end of it.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's, that's what takes the most time. They say the ratio of show length to outside production is 4 to 1. You basically you need 4 hours of back end for every hour of show.
I think folks would be really surprised in most things that are published or along these lines, how much work actually goes in that no one ever sees.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you technically you see it in the finished product, but no one really has any idea how much actual work goes in going from the raw to the polished product.
Mm-hmm.
So much more stuff going on in the background.
I got a whole new respect for filmmaking and visual media type whatever.
Yeah.
A few years ago I had actually done some film stuff. So I've been in because I've been in a couple of music videos. Will you stop?
Got a couple of fidgety ass spouses here.
Right?
No
Oh my god. I've been in a few music videos. I was in a short film for a horror film festival.
I think I remember you brought that over for us to watch.
Yeah, and then I did a very small scene in a feature film.
Was that one where you got murdered?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I was murdered in a couple of them. So yeah, I was murdered in the short and in the feature. The feature is the one where I was the junkie mom and I got shot in the head. So the other one, I was drugged and gutted basically, and then had my body hammered full of nails, and then a big giant nail going straight through my throat.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Yeah.
Mom dies.
Yeah. Hashtag mom dies at the end.
Yeah, G dies at the end.
G dies at the end. Actually, except for Death Factory, G dies at the beginning. First 5 minutes of the movie, I got shot in the head, brain splattered on the wall and everything. The whole process was fun. So yeah, for like this quick little scene that we were filming, we were at this abandoned or closed down brick factory in South Phoenix from like 1 in the afternoon until like 2, 3 in the morning to film and shoot a 5-minute freaking scene.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous because with the amount of like with the filming, the different angles, the dialogue, getting in costume and makeup, setting up the special effects, and then there was a malfunction with one of the squibs, so they had to do a new squib. They had to attach like this air cannon thing under my costume, like behind me, to give the effect of like brains being splattered on the wall when I got shot. I mean, and then shooting the same thing from all these different angles, and it was just so much work and so much time for a 5-minute friggin' scene.
Yeah.
And this is for a feature film. This was a feature length, 2 hour long movie.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my God. It's like, you don't even really realize how much work goes into it until you're in the middle of it.
In doing this, I've learned it. I mean, I've gotten a lot faster.
Uh-huh.
My turnaround on production, I've got like the music and everything queued up on templates, so it's like, okay, it's already cut to where the audio reduces at the key points. It's like, yeah, the music fades at this point in the song, and it fades up at this point and at the end, and I've got that all like queued up into templates, so I basically can just copy and paste the final product audio after I do all the editing and like equalization and compression and all of the audio manipulation to make it sound better. After I do all that, then I cut and paste and piece it all together. But yeah, it's
Cut
hours.
and paste or cut and baste?
Yeah, I based.
You Turk the basty.
Turk the basty!
Like I did a show a couple of weeks back about being a cook. That works.
Turk the basty.
Turk the basty. Those of you who have no idea, Google Turk the basty.
Just Google how to cook a turkey. Actually, you know what?
No, you're going to get too much accurate stuff if you put how to cook a turkey.
No.
Turk the basty. That'll
Turk the
pull up the
basty.
right stuff.
Yeah, if you pull up Turk the basty.
Behold the power of Google.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's like
And
I'm
that's-
pulling it up right now. We're going to go over the how to cook a turkey.
Yeah. And like actually the current website for this is now actually it's a blogger site, so it's actually a Google owned company.
There you
And
go.
that's actually like the original site I had a lot of issues with it. It was like there's so many things I could do better there, but a lot of things that when I couldn't upload the show and a player accurately, it would totally fuck up my numbers. So I suddenly had like every time I would preview the page to make sure it was looking right, it was counting as a download. I was like, so I suddenly had 80 downloads to a show that hadn't been released yet. Just because, like, no, the header isn't showing up right. Fuck, the header still isn't showing up right. Damn it, the link isn't showing up. And, like, all these previews and checks and everything later, and I've got all these downloads to an episode that hasn't even been released.
Yep.
And so I was like, nah, I can't do that. And I moved over to Blogger. And now I can put all the, embed everything the way I need to, and I can for free, and I just need to do it. I just need to buy the domain at this point, and I can just attach the domain to the page, and it's cool. I need to do that. It's like $12 for a domain.
So I found the meme.
Okay.
There's a couple of them, but I found the funnier of the two. And it's steps. It's how to cook a turkey. Step 1, lay a turkey.
Yeah.
Step 2, have a glass of wine. Step 3, stuff turkey. Step 4, have a glass of wine. Step 5, put turkey in oven. Step 6, relax and have another few glasses of wine. Step 7, Turk the basty. Step 8, wine of glass another get. Step 9, ponder the meat thermometer. Step 10, glass yourself another pour of wine. Step 11, bake the wine for 4 hours. Step 12, take the oven out of the turkey. 13, floor the turkey up off the pick. 14, turk the carvey. 15, get yourself another wattle of vine. 16, tep the sable and pour yourself another glass of turkey. Another glass of turkey. And finally, 17, say grace, throw up, and pass out.
That sounds about right.
That sounds like Thanksgiving at home.
Only if you show up, though, based on
Apparently,
earlier
because
conversation.
apparently I drive my family to drink. Shit.
No, you show up with the booze. That's the thing.
No, that's usually okay. No, not to completely call out my sister here on the. No, I'm not the one that drinks. As she's picking up the bottle of Iceman and taking chugs straight from the bottle.
I did not chug. Look at how much is still
So,
in there.
It's a black bottle. I can't fucking see that.
It's like up to her right here. Before
You were still.
when we each had our glasses, it was like to here. So I had just a little bit.
Well, I have asked her, are you going to use a glass? She goes, what? The bottle's made out of glass.
What's the point in dirtying a glass if I'm the only one in the house that drinks?
Yeah.
Just take it straight from the bottle.
You're gonna have to finish mine. I can't.
Okay.
I tried. It smells really good.
It is really good.
Is that the God's pillow?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
That
someone
is
else's pillow.
delicious.
She didn't even finish her glass.
Yeah.
Some people
By the end of it, we need. Okay.
It's really good though.
Yeah, that was awesome. Like,
And to be fair, I haven't had a drink in like 2 years.
So yeah.
no, you had a drink for our anniversary.
Already gone.
Oh, I had some wine.
Yeah, you had some ridiculously weak wine.
Like this.
It's called Butterfly Kiss. You couldn't fucking taste this thing.
So like Kool-Aid, like Arbor Mist is.
If only that. It was like so light. It was just so light.
Ugh,
It's just like,
yuck.
it's a Moscato, but it was like so light that we couldn't even, like, there was nothing to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
craziness.
6 bottles later, you actually just have to pee.
Yeah, pretty much.
Basically.
But,
Are we good?
Call it a night.
I think so.
okay.
I'm running
So-
out of stuff to ramble about.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, we'll give you time.
I know. We don't need stuff to ramble about. He's like, hey, look, a cup. You're a cup.
Why,
I have an empty cup.
why is that cat looking at me?
Thanks. Where's the cat? I can't
There's
see
no,
the cat.
there's no cat.
There is no
There is
cat.
no cat. Let's see. We don't even
That's
need
even the thing.
Like,
I'm sure there's a cat, and I'm sure it's looking at me. I just can't see it. Sneaky little fuckers.
Which is amazing because you can see through time,
I
sir.
can't see through time.
Except unless time is right fucking here, and then
I
you
can
can't
see
see
through
it
time at the speed of regular time.
with plastic bags.
Yeah. Oh, the show we watch, Metalocalypse. They invent time travel. Like, we can travel through time at the speed of regular time using plastic bags. And they put plastic bags over their heads.
And then they put plastic bags over their heads, and then they take them off their heads, and they're now in the future.
while
Yes, they
You
would
there,
be.
boy on the street, what day is it?
and while technically true.
Yes. They're in the future from when they put the bags on their heads.
Well,
Exactly.
very technically true. So,
Okay. Well, because we have rambled on for. See, that's the thing is,
good luck
see,
with the
instead of being 2 people and going really long, there's 4.5 of us.
Yeah.
So,
only half a person. Ha!
It's only because he's not an adult yet.
yeah, he's not.
Give him like a couple seconds to say things. Son,
Yeah.
this is my youngest, Glenn.
Because Glenn has been here.
I
and
would like
witnessed-
to thank the Academy, my mother.
Okay, that's not fair because there's a podcasting academy and the awards are coming up.
The drama is strong with this one.
He is the one nicknamed Fabulous the Second, since my brother is Emperor Fabulous.
Yes.
And anybody who's ever seen any stand-up by Eddie Izzard would know the reference.
Yes.
So once,
I am the
once you're
impression.
out of the picture, the title's all mine.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if that's a hereditary title.
That might have been a threat.
I think that might have been a threat. It's a good thing I carry knives. Multiple plurals.
I have a knife. I just didn't bring it tonight.
I have a knife too.
Then I guess this leads us, as we have come to the oh my god, we've been talking for a long time,
Yeah.
to the part where we start plugging shit.
What are we?
Because we've had a lot of shit, because you guys are involved in a lot of shit, and we have talked about a lot of shit that you are involved in. So I feel the necessity to plug a lot of shit. I guess you could say the inspiration for the beginning of the content of this episode, which was the alcohol.
The booze.
Yeah, honey, you wanna
Always
plug
about-
that?
So yeah, absolutely. The God's Pillow, what they were drinking and going on, and about how awesome it was. It's made at our company, Clockwork Chemists. You can find us on Facebook, also the website clockworkchemist.com. we are just still in the startup phases of things. What we like to do is make a batch, a couple batches of God's Pillow and Satan's Footrest, and another product called Purgatory. Make sample bottles, hand them out for free, let people try it, see what they think. So if you see us, ask us about it, and we'll be happy to hook you up.
Okay. And because, Derby.
Derby.
What's
You guys
Derby?
It's a hat. It's kind of little.
It is
It's a very cute. I used to have several, and I used to look smashing in them before I had dreadlocks. And
technically, the rim of a derby hat is shaped like a derby track.
it is
I'm going to just threw up a little bit.
a little bit. You see, you made the hat connection with the bang track connection.
I have a headache now.
You should.
I need to lay down.
Peanut butter hookah time.
Yeah.
Glass of water for Mr. Vano.
Glass of water for Mr. Vano. I know. So Arizona Derby Dames is the roller derby league that the entire family, and by entire family I mean myself, the husband, and both of the spawn, skate for or participate in, even for those of us who don't skate. And the team I skate for is called the Bombshells. I'm the co-captain of the team, actually. My daughter Jacinda skates for the Schoolyard Scrappers, and we actually have our playoff mini tournament is coming up in a couple of weeks. April 23rd. Yeah, April 23rd is when playoffs are, and just really quick, the Runaway Brides right now are the first place team in the league at, end of season standings. So everybody else in the league is playing each other to determine who gets to go to championships to play the Brides. It's totally going to be my team, the Bombshells, but, for the sake of sportsmanship, come and cheer for everybody because all the skaters are awesome and fantastic and wonderful. But yeah, just cheer for everybody, but wear red because, Bombshells.
And I will say from personal experience, I did not know what to expect going into that, but that was fucking fun. That was just cool to watch, and it is so loud.
Yeah.
Just the energy in there is crazy.
Yeah.
A lot of people go into their first derby bout thinking that it's fake like it used to be in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah.
And then they realize very quickly that it is not fake. That those, those girls are really hitting each other.
Yeah.
And that the competition is actual and factual. Those girls really, the athleticism that you see. I mean, you think roller skates and you think, this should be entertaining. And you realize very quickly, as I did when I first started watching it, that this is a legitimate sport and these girls are legitimate athletes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we train and work really, really hard to be the best, players that we can possibly be. And I mean, there's a whole you can't just kind of show up and be put on a team. There's a whole tryout process, and there's training you have to go through. And not just with learning how to play the game, but learning strategy, learning how to block properly, learning how to hit properly, learning how to do stops and fall safely, learning strategy, learning rules, and just there's so much involved. And even once you get on a team, it can take 1 or 2 seasons before you really fully grasp the game because there's just so many things to learn and playing offense and defense at the same time. And it's just, I've been doing it for 6 years now, and I'm not.
That's scary.
I know. I'm not looking to quit anytime soon.
Yeah. It's I remember when you started, I was now it's oh shit, it's been that long.
It's been 6 years, yeah. And I'm a co-captain now of my team. So, yay.
And that was seriously when, again, like I said, because I've planned on having you guys on the show since the formative stages before we had a name for the show.
Yeah.
Because you guys are into so much stuff. I was like, I could do an entire show just talking about Clockwork Chemists and the work you guys do. And I was like, do an entire show just about Derby. I was like, and it's funny. It's first time you guys are here. This is just we're just going to have fun and do just us being us fun show. But I totally would want to have you guys come back, to pick a subject for one. It's like, we're going to pick a topic and actually have a topic tonight.
That'll work.
Because that would just be fun.
And let us know too, especially with Clockwork. We're just a small part of Clockwork.
Yeah.
We could bring Danny and Maddie in.
Bring Danny and Maddie and Smitty out, and they can get a lot more in depth into some of the products.
Yeah.
Real quick backup. One thing that I forgot to mention that I should, that all the Clockwork Chemist products are made with all natural ingredients. The goal of the company is to make everything from farm to bottle as naturally as possible with as few everything else as we can. So sorry, I had to do that.
Nope, 100%.
Yeah.
Like we've had road trips. Like Danny and Maddie and I have had road trips out to apple orchards in southern Arizona to kind of like scope out and get a feel and like pick our own apples for juicing and stuff like that to see what type of apple juice and what type of apples work best for doing scratch batches of God's Pillow and stuff like that. And just kind of like ingredient shopping and networking and with different local farmers for product and stuff. So we're serious about it being farm to bottle and being as natural and organic as possible. So,
and being absolutely delicious. And I'm non-drinker. That's the thing, is that I will, as we pointed out, when you're around and when we're having like social, mostly like family game nights. I think that's mostly it.
Yeah.
Is that it's not that you're here. It's that a lot of the time when you're here, it's family game nights. And so we predetermine it's game night. We're going to drink for game night because we just are, believe it or not, the alcohol had very little to do with the craziness and the silliness tonight.
Oh no, we were being just fucking goofy as shit before we opened the booth.
Yeah, this is just how we are.
Yeah.
And if you listen to Mom and Dad cuss and is like the way ReAnna and I play off each other, she fits in with the family so well because of that.
Exactly.
Because we are all just this silly and crazy. And we always say that whenever you add siblings, you multiply the crazy exponentially.
Absolutely.
So this is just me with one sister.
Imagine if the other 4 were here. Oh my God.
Yeah. But
the lols would never end.
If the other 4 here and then my other spawn.
Oh, dude. Yeah. Add the other child.
Yep. Bring in Cinda and then, the other 4 siblings.
Yeah. Game nights, family game nights get fun because of that.
Oh, yeah.
But, again, we're rambling. But because I do that. It's my show, damn it. I can ramble.
And now you know where he gets it from because I do it too. And I came first.
Yep.
It's in the blood.
It's in the blood.
It's in the blood. Mom and Dad are the same way.
Oh, I know.
You're all long-winded. But
Dad especially.
yeah, but Dad was in radio. He was allowed to be long-winded. That's why I do this.
No, I think Dad was in radio because he was long-winded.
Fair point. See, in radio, you at least have a time limit. I don't.
Yeah.
I can just do this shit. It's my fucking show.
Can you imagine if Dad had a podcast?
I'm planning when we go on our vacation, we actually plan on recording at least one show while we're in Texas.
Okay.
And probably more likely with her dad. I have no objections because Dad doesn't listen to the show. I've actually kind of given him crap about this. Like, your son has a show on the internet, and you don't. Like, I think Dad and Mikey listened to like halfway through the first episode, and I was giving Mikey shit because I was like, you listened to half of the worst fucking episode.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's gotten better, I promise.
It's a lot better, I promise. This is as chaotic as the first 2 shows were, but it's hilarious.
And there's still a flow to it.
Yeah.
And there's still kind of substance-ish. The first one was like just Adam running at the mouth, like very kind of it was okay.
Yeah,
so,
just like that. That was pretty much it.
It's just
it
stream of consciousness.
Yeah, basically, it was just a stream of consciousness.
Yeah, I had to get an idea, and now I've got an idea, and I'm so much more comfortable. And it's been.
And that's the beautiful thing about it, though, is like if you can just you're growing, and like in the beginning, nobody's gonna fucking listen to it anyway. So just work out the bugs,
Yeah.
So who cares?
It's like. I know ReAnna is sitting here like producer booth. Shut the fuck up! God damn it! Wrap the goddamn show. You said it was done.
We said it was done like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, I know. But I'll wrap it. Fine.
I'll wrap it in a pretty bow.
I'll wrap it because we don't want any more kids. That's the post show.
That's the post show. Yes.
I gotta go.
That's the bullshit from Mr. Vano.
Don't worry, I have to clear off the table first.
Ah,
He's like, I'll be in my bunk.
I gotta go.
We're gonna get so much hate mail for this.
Oh yeah, we are.
Hey, any fucking feedback, I don't care. But
Hate mail is still mail.
Yeah, it's still attention.
yep.
There's no such thing as bad press.
Yep. But I'm going to throw links to Clockwork Chemists and Derby Dames into the show notes
Woot!
because, promotion. I tend to repost AZ Derby Dame stuff
Awesome.
on the Facebook page anyway because I support the league and it's like you're in there and you're awesome and I've seen what it's done to you because when you started you were the last fucking person I think would get into anything athletic and now you could probably kick all of our asses.
Not probably. I can.
Yeah.
I can still take her.
I absolutely can.
Barely.
Yeah, barely.
She also went to modest school.
You know what? You shut your whore mouth, boy.
But
Yeah. No, my family has seen the transformation in me in the 6 years that I've been playing Derby. And then, like Dee and I were actually even talking about it the other day that when I first started and I tried out, he's like, I thought you were going to quit.
okay, we're
know.
still getting yelled at from the offsite producer on the other side of the kitchen is going to throw something in a minute. So
Probably.
for the third time, we're done. You can follow and get all those links and show notes at odddadout.blogspot.com and email me at odddadout@gmail.com or on Twitter and Facebook at odddadout. And until next week, no, I'm sorry, not next week. As we mentioned, we will be moving, so there will be no shows for the next couple of weeks. It'll be it'll just after the 1st of May, I believe, because I'm not looking at a calendar. But yeah, next 2 weeks.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, it sounds about right. Next 2 weeks, we will be on hiatus for moving purposes.
But in the meantime, April 23rd is the Arizona Derby Dames playoff bout at the Hall of Dames. Google AZDD or Google Hall of Dames. ArizonaDerbyDames.com. It's got all the information there. And it's going to be a super fun time. And if you've been to see roller derby before, you know it's awesome. If you haven't, then what the fuck is wrong with you? You're missing a wonderful time. If you go, you might want to start doing it yourself. And we do have tryouts every couple of months. And yeah, we're always looking for a new crop of skaters or a new crop of refs. So April 23rd at the Hall of Dames.
We're black and white to support the refs.
Right?
All right. For MG and D and Glenn and ReAnna, who's over there yelling at us, I am Adam Higgins, the Odd Dad Out. Thank you and good night.
What up?